Visiting with Sandy Moon, the cross-country coach at Buffalo High School, and off to a great start this year is Kendall Tietjen on the girls program there at Buffalo. And, Coach, first of all, talk a little bit about what you've seen from Kendall here to start this 2019 season.
Kendall started off the first meet getting second at our Buffalo meet behind her teammate Lexi Rule. And she had a pretty good race, maybe went out a little too quickly on that one. And then the second race, she kind of settled into her pace and stayed in front most of the time in that race, and then ended up with a great time in Douglas. And then she ran a really tough course at the Powderhorn last week and crossed the finish line in under 22 minutes, about 21:30-ish. And she just ran a really smart race, and she ran tough on some pretty tough hills on the Powderhorn. So I've seen a great start to her season, and I'm looking forward to some better times even in the future with a little more competition.
Absolutely. Well, has this start surprised you, or is it, or what would you attribute it to? Excuse me.
Kendall's a competitor. She really likes to compete, and she doesn't like to compete at the back of the race. So I knew it doesn't surprise me. Last year was her first year running cross country, so she ended her year with all-state honors at the state meet and ran her best race at the state meet. So I knew that Kendall would, start the season in a good spot. She spent some time over the summer running and playing a lot of basketball. She's a superstar at track and really likes to run those hurdles, so she works on her speed a little bit too. So she spent some time in the off season working to get better during the season. So the start to her season didn't really surprise me. I'm pretty excited for her.
What about the prospects here as we move forward over the next month to get her and the rest of your team ready for the state meet over in Afton this year?
We were just talking about that tonight at practice and the things that we need to do to get ready and the goals that we need to set. We're working a lot of hills because that meet's pretty hilly, and Kendall's doing that. The other thing that we need to do for Kendall is get her around some bigger competition so that she can run against the kids who she's going to run against in Star Valley, and some of them who are faster. And that starts to happen this week. We'll go to Sheridan, and there will be bigger schools there. And then after that, we go to Casper next week, and so there will be bigger schools there. And then Cody is one of our biggest competitors on the girls' side, so she'll run against those girls. And then after that, we'll end our regular season in Gillette. So it's the perfect time. She's gotten some confidence running in these meets with smaller schools, and it's the perfect time for her to step it up with the big dogs.
Now visiting with Kendall Tietjen, sophomore for Buffalo High School with our cross-country program. From my perspective, Kendall, as someone who covers prep sports across the state, I think you've had a good start to your sophomore year. How would you kind of characterize what you've done the first few races of this year?
It's been really good. I've got my confidence up with these smaller meets, and I'm super excited to go to some bigger meets with bigger schools and more competition.
Yeah, how do you feel like you react when it comes to a environment? Your coach was talking about that. How do you feel you react to it?
I'm just ready to compete. The higher the competition, the more I up my game, and my teammates push me hard. The other girls push me. I just do my best.
What were some of your goals coming into this year, in cross-country in particular?
I want to get into the 18s. I want to get all state. I want to help my team get a state championship.
What do you feel like you need to do and the team needs to do to get ready for state, which is about a month out?
I think we all just keep working hard, especially on our hard days. Keep pushing each other. Encouragement. I think we could do it.
I got to ask you the big question. You're in that class where we all know one girl kind of dominates the headlines across Wyoming. Having competed against her in the past, what is it like as a fellow competitor to go up against someone like Sydney Thorvaldson of Rollins?
Oh, she's amazing. She blows by. I'm so happy for her. She's doing awesome.
What is it like in terms of trying to fuel you to improve once you see someone like that excelling at that level?
I just try to do my best. I'm not going to be as fast as her. I just try to go as hard as I can.
Is it one of those things where you're just trying to do it for your team, basically?
Yes.
All right, well, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck here in the next month and at the state championships. Hopefully we'll catch up down the road.
Thank you.